Well, I was able to get out for a little bit this morning before the kids get here, so I ran to the grocery store and spent a cool $80 for just a few things, I'm telling you. But it is, you can see piles of snow out here where they've scraped the parking lot, and it's pretty clear, pretty easy getting out this morning, but they're calling for another snowstorm this evening, so we have to see if we get some more snow. I am here at the Goodwill because, I went to the grocery store and the Goodwill is just right here. So why would I not just go ahead and swing in while I'm this close? Plus, I've got a few minutes before the kids get here to myself that I can go in here and just kick around a little bit. I don't need a thing. I don't have anything on my Goodwill list that I'm looking for myself. I have a few things for my grandkids maybe to pick up, and that's it. Donald's got everything he needs. I got everything I need. More than enough house stuff, that's for sure. But I just wanted to come in here and spend some time, a few minutes to myself, unwinding, looking around. I love the thrift. I just like to look and see what's available. But I am learning not to buy anything that I don't need and not to buy a lot of stuff. I'm just going in to look. And I'm glad that I finally got to that place, because I'm telling you, thrifting can become a habit. And you can end up with a whole lot of stuff. Well, it looks like the doors are opening, so I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and then if I buy anything, I'll give you a haul when I get back home, and if I don't, well, I'll let you know that too. Got the kids in there watching a movie, so I thought I'm back. Got back in time for the kiddos to get here. Everything's good. It was a beautiful ride back. I'm telling you, the snow covered back roads were beautiful. First time I've been able to get out there on them, because they were inaccessible just yesterday. But they looked real good today. I didn't have any problem getting out and getting back home. Got the groceries and got the Goodwill haul. I showed you where I went to the Goodwill. Sorry I had my camera turned a little crazy at the Goodwill. I mean, out there in the car, I didn't realize it. I thought it was like it always is, but I must not have had it turned right. Well, this is what I got at the Goodwill. I got this Sisters frame, new in the pack. I got that, and I've got a picture of my sisters. And of course, it'll go this way because they're standing together. I want to get that printed off, and then I want to be able to put it in this frame. And then I bought this wooden bowl. I thought it was really pretty. It's hand painted. It doesn't match a thing I've got in the house, but I just love the look of it, even if I give it as a gift. I got this picture of a satellite and a common mountain. It's in our area, and somebody had this professionally framed. So I thought I would love to have that because I love that mountain anyway, and I like the frame that it was in. And I got this frame, which was brand new. Let's see how much this was. Was there a price on the back of there? I didn't see it. I think it was $5 for that, but that's an authentic photo, and somebody had it framed, so I thought that was a good deal anyway. And then I needed a frame. I've got this truly beautiful, amazing picture my daughter made of her daughter, my granddaughter, and I thought it was so sweet. And she's holding a dandelion, and I wanted to get a frame for that, and I thought this frame would be perfect. And it was brand new. And let me see, I think it was $6. I hesitated a little bit. I thought $6 was high. It was $19.99 from Kirkland's. And then I was thinking, what am I talking about? $6? Yeah, it's higher than usually thrift prices, but it's very reasonable for this frame for me instead of going and paying $20 for one. So I went ahead and picked that up, and I'm going to put my little granddaughter's picture in that. Love this picture. I think it's so sweet, and I like this frame. So I mainly got these frames, and then I got these books. I could not resist these books. Well, I love cookbooks, and I've got quite a few of them, and Southern and American. Southern and American cookbooks are what I love the most. That's why I usually buy. This one looks so good, I could not resist it on the shelf. Small batch jams and jellies. pickles and preserves from the South's most trusted kitchen. Southern living, little jars and big flavors. Love that. Pick that up. I think they're, I want to say their softbacks are like $1.25. Got this 11-piece coloring book. And I got this Fine Cooking Cookbook. Now, this is a hardback, so it was probably, I think, maybe $3.99. And it's messed up right here. Somebody had used duct tape to put it back together. But that tells me that this thing was probably well loved. Somebody used it a lot. And I wanted to look through the recipes. And I went ahead and got it, even though the spine was broke on it, because I thought the recipes were still in good shape. And I'd be able to look through them and see if there was anything that I wanted to try out of here. So I got those books. And that was my Goodwill haul for today. Not anything real, expensive. Not anything that I really needed. But I enjoyed going, and I found a few things that I could use. And so I grabbed those. Especially that frame. That frame is what I really like. I've got the faux fireplace screen on. And it really does make me warmer. It's looking good outside. The roads are melted and clear. And everything is looking really good. Still got some snow laying around. And they are calling for some more snow tonight. Now, I don't know if we'll get any more snow tonight or not. We'll just have to wait and see. But I was really glad to get out today. Glad that the roads were clear enough. And I felt like I could drive. Well, we've got each side of the kitties on the door. We've got Cookie over here, and we've got Sunny over here. Sunny is a bigger cat. And they're just hanging out, one on each side of the door. I was just walking down the hall, and I wasn't sure what they were doing. I guess they're hanging out together without being really too close. But I thought it was funny. I'd share it with you. I have a ham bone in this pot. I've put a ham bone in here. And I am going to cook this ham bone with black-eyed peas. I've got the black-eyed peas right here. I've already picked through them and washed them. And I'm going to add them here. And I'm going to cook these slowly overnight. And I'll get up several times and check on them. And these will be delicious tomorrow. And I'll make cornbread to go with these. And they'll be so good. A great and a healthy thing to eat when it's cold outside and when you're wanting something you can eat on for several meals. The picture of my little granddaughter in that frame and got it hung up, and I really like it. Of course, here's their school pictures, and I've got the other grandkids and family over here in this cabinet. I got Madeline and the other kids. This is that amaryllis. It's finally blooming out. Its second bloom. It had 2 blooms on it already. And this last one came out. Then it's got a leaf coming out. I'm going to try to save that bulb. But I got that out. Got that, and it's still blooming. But yeah, I've got the pictures in here of the other grandkids. But I am looking to get some unique shots. I like to get the unique shots. I would love to get a shot of my little granddaughter that dances. She dances. And I'd love to just have a picture of her in a dance pose. And then all of my grandsons, they're so beautiful. My grandchildren are so beautiful to me, and I get a lot of compliments from them. And a lot of my friends say, Donna, you have the most beautiful grandchildren. And I thought, well, of course, because I had the most beautiful children. And then they married beautiful people. So we had beautiful grandchildren. I'm so thankful for them. If you watch my show, then you know how much my grandchildren mean to me, how much my children and my husband, my family means to me. Very family-oriented person, and I'm really enjoying them. But my daughter made that really pretty print of her daughter. And when I saw it, I thought, I've got to have it, because we have always blown dandelions with them from the time they were just little babies, sitting up and taking them to the park. We would get the dandelions and they would just blow them. And I just thought it was just perfect, a beautiful picture. So, and I would like to have a unique shot of them doing something. Each one of the grandchildren doing something. I would really love to have a unique picture. I mean, I have plenty of pictures of them. I really do. I have lots of pictures, but I love them. I am a person that does have a lot of family pictures in my home. And so they just hang up. This is the baby kisses wall. I've shared that with you before, I'm sure, probably several times. It's one of my favorite places right here in the house. I get to see it walking from room to room, and it is one of my favorite picture walls, one of my favorite gallery walls that I have. I have several gallery walls, but this one right here is just really special. This is all the little grandbabies at one time or the other, getting Grammy and Grampy's kisses, and I just think it's adorable. This one is our last little grandson, and his mom made that picture, and I just thought that was so adorable. Him in that little outfit, and then had all those kisses all over him. That was just the cutest thing, and she gave me that for Mother's Day last year, and it, I loved it. I wanted to add it to the Sweet Baby Kisses wall. And of course, Madeline was our first grandchild. She's here front and center, newborn, and that's the first time I held her. And that brings back heart-touching and sweet memories. And that, of course, is my daughter with her cousin, and they were just dancing around and so sweet. And these are our little sons. All of them were so beautiful. This is my oldest son when he was a lonely child. He called himself a lonely child until he had a brother. And then when he had a brother, he wasn't a lonely child anymore. And then we had the little girl. And of course, the middle child didn't quite know what to think about that little girl. But the oldest one, he embraced her fully. He just loved her to death. And this son, he would call her Mama's baby. So that was Mama's baby. But that brings back sweet memories. So it's hanging up in there with the baby kisses wall, even though there's not kisses in every picture. Believe me, all the babies got plenty of kisses. Well, I thought I would go ahead and just have a cup of tea. I've got the tea kettle going right here. I'm going to drink out of this Be Mine. I've got several other Valentine's Day cups, but I've just been enjoying this one. It's supersized, and that's what I've been drinking out of so far for the few days of February that it already is. And this little thing here, this is a little souvenir from 1982. So I'm using that little Happy Valentine's Day plate, using it as a spoon rest. And I am going to have chamomile tea, loose leaf tea, of course, that I picked. Me and Donald picked and harvested myself. I've already got it in this diffuser right here. There's a little bit sticking out, so there may be some in my cup, little straggles, but that won't bother me a bit. And then I got this little tea right here as a gift, for a Christmas gift, so I'm going to go ahead and enjoy some of that. Now, it's got different kinds in here. It's got honey ginger green tea. That sounds really good. Chamomile tea. Lavender and honey green tea. Earl Grey black tea. English breakfast tea, and then just plain green tea. Now, there's no way I'm going to drink any kind of black tea before I go to bed. So, it'll be between these two right here. That honey, lemon, ginger, or the chamomile tea. And I'm going to tend towards this chamomile. That's what I'm going to go ahead and get out. Now, I'll probably have to have 2 hands to get this opened. There we go. I had to rip into it with 2 hands. It's cute. It's a little Pooh's Brews tea. My little granddaughter, we got some warm fleece little pullovers. I wanted to get my little grandson one too, but he said he had enough clothes, so he didn't want one. So we ended up getting just the 2 of us got one. She got a Pooh one, a Winnie the Pooh one. Look how cute this is. It looks like a book. And it's just teas. 10 different kinds of, well, 6 different kinds of teas. But it looks like a book. That's an appropriate gift for me. It's got a lot of good tea. How many tea bags is in there? 60 tea bags. So that's good. That's about a month's worth of tea. I've got the chamomile in here and the goldenrod. Goldenrod, of course, is an herbal. It's an herb that you grow and harvest. Grows everywhere, really. And it's really good for a lot of things. And so I have the goldenrod in there as loose leaf tea. And then I have the chamomile in the tea bag. Now the loose leaf tea, the herbal tea, it's not going to keep me up. It doesn't have any caffeine in it. It's not really tea. We just call the herbal infusions, we call them tea because, you know, it's just a good description of what they're like. But it's not real tea from the Camellia sinensis plant. The 6 different teas that come from the Camellia sinensis plant are real teas. And herbals, what we call herbal teas, they're simply herbal infusions. So we're going to let these just steep in here for 3 to 5 minutes. And then I'm going to enjoy this good cup of tea before I go to sleep, before I go to bed. I have had a lot going on. You know, of course, with the snow, there's a lot going on because you've got to constantly clean up and, you know, fixing food and just having a lot of people around, which is a lot of fun. Now, if you remember on one of my videos, I said I really missed my grandchildren or my children being here so that they could play in the snow. I miss those days. Well, my children sent me pictures of them and their kids, all but one family. One family hadn't sent theirs yet, but I'll show you the pictures that they sent me of them out in the snow, and I sure did enjoy seeing them. I loved them. In fact, that might be one of the special photos that I will choose to blow up and frame, is one of those of them out playing in the snow. It was just so good. But they done some funny things. My oldest son and his son didn't have a sled, so they put garbage bags on and just slid down the hill with those bags on. They really needed the big, you know, industrial-like garbage bags, but they just had the little kitchen bags, so they slid those on, but they said it worked really well. And they sent pictures of it, and they had a lot of fun and laughed a lot doing it, and that's what matters. That's the important thing, right? Is that you make the memories and have the good time. We have some really good times. We were sledding across the street at the neighbors one time. Of course, those neighbors have long moved out, but we would go over there and sled down their hill. They had a much bigger hill to sled down over there. So we would all meet over there, and of course our kids were all about the same ages. And we had a dog, I think his name was DJ, And he was one of the best dogs we've ever had. But I was going down that hill on that sled, and he somehow ran beside of me and jumped on that sled, jumped on my lap, and so I slid down the hill with him on my lap, and it was the funniest thing. It was hilarious, you know. And just we've got such good memories of coming in from that cold and having some hot chocolate and warming up, just having a fun day out in the snow. Now, I really am not into sledding as much because I've noticed, I don't bounce as good as I used to. So I try to not put myself in those situations. Flying down hills, I just don't do it anymore. But I still love to see my grandchildren do it, and I still love to see my kids do it. So, I'll partake in the fun if I'm around it, but I don't actually sled down the hills myself anymore. I'm just choosing not to do it. Well, I've got several projects going on. Hopefully, I can share them with you soon. I've got an ongoing project that's going to take quite a while, and then I've got another project I'm working with my oldest son on. He wants to set up at a festival that's near his house, and he's an artist, so he's making some artwork to sell, and I'm gathering some other things to sell at our booth while he sells his artwork. Now, he sells his artwork all over the world. It goes all over the world, and he just ships it to them, and they pay him first, and then he ships the artwork. And so it's just something that he does to keep in touch with the community, and he loves to go to festivals and things like that. So he asked me, he said, "Mom, if I get a booth, will you help me and Eli get some things together and help me, so that I guess so I can be there with Eli while he manages the money and handles the people and works the booth." So we'll be doing that. That's a project that's coming up, and that'll be close to fall of 2026. And you would think, well, that's a long way off. Why are you worrying about that now? Well, the thing about it is you have to get your stuff together because, time flies, and there's so many other things going on, and you get so busy, you cannot wait to the last minute to get your stuff together. It'll always show if you do that. So he's working on his artwork, and I'm doing a few things artsy and craftsy wise that'll be sold there too. So I've been working on some of those things, and maybe I can show you some of those a little later. But it did sleet some more today. I hadn't been out to see. I thought I'd just wait until morning to step out there and see what it actually left behind. And it didn't look like it was as bad as they thought it might be. It didn't seem like it was very much there, so that's good. But when I went to the Goodwill today, it was such a beautiful drive. Well, Donald told me to stay on the main road, so I actually took the highway there. And then, I went to the grocery store and got what we needed, and then I thought, well, I'll just go to the Goodwill, so I'll run in there. It was not crowded, was not very many people in there at all. And, when I went in there and looked around for a little bit, I thought, well, I got to hurry back because the kids are coming. And I didn't even think about it. I just went the old way, the back way, and I thought, oh my God, it is beautiful over here. I had not been that way and got to see all those beautiful yards covered in snow. It was an awesome drive back home. But about a third of the way home, I realized, I'm on the back roads. I meant to take the highway and not go on the back roads because Donald told me they were not as clear, and they wasn't. I did run into some little patchy areas that I really had to slow down and go through. Now, it warmed up enough to where most of it was slush, but I felt my car slipping a little bit, so I was like, oh, okay. But there wasn't hardly anybody on the road, so I didn't have to worry about sliding into anybody else or anything like that. It just wasn't a lot of people on the road, and that was a good thing. I had the urge to sneeze. I try not to sneeze or cough on you. Not that it's going to get you any germs or anything. It's just probably not a pleasant sound. I mean, when I sneeze like a giant. It's just like loud and huge. It's not a tiny. I got a sister that sneezes like this, and you can't hardly hear anything come out. But when I sneeze, it's like a lion roar. It's like people jump, It's a loud sneeze. So I try to keep you from having to hear all of that. Well, I have had a lot of friends that are going through so much at this time of their life, I'm telling you. I had one of my friends to visit me, and she brought me my Christmas present later, and I thought I'd share that with you. It was just so sweet. Now, my friends, we might make gifts. We might find something that makes us think about them. We, we buy what we feel like the other one will really enjoy, or what we would really like to give them. So there's no rhyme or reason to it. But now she has a daughter, and her daughter was born at about the same time my middle son was born. But she came across this. She knows that I love blue and white. And all my friends really know who I am. And they buy accordingly. Let's see if I can get this out with one hand. But she bought this, and she brought it to me the other day. And of course you can see it's vintage. It's not modern. The friend that bought this for me has such... Her home is so much bigger and more beautiful, and she has the best taste. But she bought this, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful, and it is the date that my first son was born, 1984. And so I've got this pretty beautiful plate. And I will certainly find a place to put it. Let's see. See what kind of plate it is. This might be in another language. And it is. Let's see if I can find English. What are these plates? I think they're German. Are they German? And there it is in the middle there. It's a... The motif of the 1984 Christmas plate and Christmas cup and saucer is the ride in the sled. I just got the Christmas plate. I didn't get the cup and saucer. But let me see if I can find what kind of plate this is on here. Now there's collector plates. You can collect all the years, but I won't be doing that because I don't have the space for it. But I thought that, the special dates, it's Royal Copenhagen Porcelain Manufactory. And I'm not sure if that's, what country that is in. It may be German. But I really like it. I really do. It's got a crown on it, so I don't know. That might be England, or it might just be because it's Royal Copenhagen. I'm not sure. But I loved it. I thought it was the sweetest gift. And I will find a place to put this. Oh, I see. There's a candle holder and a cup and a saucer that you can get if you collect the sets, which I won't be collecting the set. I don't have any place to put all of that. But I do love this, and I love that she remembered that was my oldest son's birth year, and that this plate would mean something to me. So I really thought that was a thoughtful gift. Well, I'm going to try this tea. I know it's too hot really to try, but I'm anxious to get a good drink of it. Whew, really, really hot. Smells really good. The goldenrod tea kind of has a pine scent and taste. I actually really love the smell and the taste of goldenrod tea. Now, chamomile, it's good too, and it can be really sweet chamomile taste, so it's good without adding any sugar. You notice I don't add very much sugar to any tea that I ever drink. I just drink it like it is and taste the flavors of the tea. Now, the ashwagandha, that is so bitter sometimes that I have to add honey to that. I drank a cup yesterday. You know, it has adaptogens in it. It's really good for the cells and everything in your body. And I thought, well, you know, I think I'm just going to drink some of this as a boost. And it was really bitter. Which I love bitter. I eat bitter greens. I love dandelion leaves and all kinds of bitter greens. So it's not like that's anything new to me. But that ashwagandha was strong. And it took me a little bit of a push to get over it. Still really hot. I'm going to have to let it cool down a little bit, or I'm going to burn my lips. Well, thank you for joining me today, and let me share with you my day and my little haul with you, and just get to talk to you for a little bit and touch base with you. It's already late. I'm going to drink my tea, and then I'm going to bed. I hope you have a great day today. I hope that, you know, things are going really good for you, and that you're happy, and that you have the things that you need. So glad that you took your time to join me, because it means a lot to me. I'm going to add the pictures of my family at the end of this video if you want to see those. You know, just pictures of some of them. And then one family didn't get the pictures to me where I could put them on here, but it's okay. I'll share with you what I have. I hope that you come back, that you subscribe, comment, share, like, and just help my small channel. Just help me, because I need the help. Thank you for joining me. And like always, until next time.